are going to have their conferences over the next couple of months.
Yes.
They have been a bit of a headache, haven't they?
Not really a headache. You know, there was one journalist from a media house who said to us, yeah, the ANC is in disarray. You can't hold your meeting of your leagues, you can't hold your conference in eThekwini, therefore you're in disarray. And we said to them, no, listen, we've just completed all the regions in the Western Cape and the provincial conference. That is not in disarray. We have done all the regions in the Northwest and the provincial conference, not in disarray. We are having issues here. But we are not going to force the leagues to just run to conferences without complying. For example, in the ANC, there is a requirement that there should be at least 70% of the branches of any structure that are in good standing to go to a conference.
Have you dealt with the underlying issues that were responsible for the paralysis in the first place?
We dealt with them. We are not in no illusion that since they will go to conference, the conference will resolve all the problems. There is commitment that beyond those conferences and congresses, the ANC has a responsibility to engage those structures and ensure that there is an organization.
And you don't think the leadership tussles that are no doubt going to follow those conferences may just cripple them again?
I don't know whether contestation is tussling.
But it does increasingly become unhealthy.
No, if we can deal with that as an issue. But to say that we must just appoint leaders, that's what you're suggesting.
Not at all, not at all.
That's what you're suggesting primarily.
Healthy contestation.
That we must just appoint them. Contestation for position is always important and good for internal democracy of an organization. And we should never, never try to interfere with that process. We must allow it to go ahead and ensure that once the structure is elected, that structure is the authority over that organization. All we're saying is that if I'm lobbying for Vuyo to be a leader, and at the end of the conference not elected, and I continue to keep my lobby group intact, it ceases to be a lobby group, it becomes a faction, and we must deal with it differently.
Last year sometime you warned, I think it was after Gauteng's thing, that people shouldn't use the NGC, which is going to follow the league's conferences, as a scarecrow. The purpose of the NGC is to assess the implementation of party conference resolutions. What happens if certain people, or whether it's leagues or whether it's certain provinces, insist on discussing very specific issues at the NGC?
No, the NGC, anybody who want to propose an item for the NGC will have to submit that to us early. It should be in the agenda of the NGC. You don't go to the NGC and throw a cat into the NGC. The NGC is a mid-term assessment gathering of the ANC, and it is the beginning of the discussion towards the policy conference and the national conference of the ANC in 2017. And that's our understanding. If people throw new issues within the context of those issues being on the agenda moving forward, there is nothing wrong with that.
Can I take you back to tax?
Yes.
It was an NGC.
Yes.
But there were issues that people felt were serious enough that they needed to be dealt with there. Among those issues, it was the status of the then ANC Deputy President.
Yes.
So the matter was forced on the table, and the NGC had to resolve on it. Now, if a similar situation was to arise...
I would imagine if we go to this NGC in October, and we arrive there and said we have suspended so-and-so, who is in the leadership of the ANC, delegates, they will be in their rightful constitutional right to question that, because no structure can change the decision of a conference. If you go and dismantle the structure of the ANC, the NEC, between conferences, the NGC is higher than the NEC. It has a right to deal with that issue. That's why it says it will review decisions of other structures except that of the conference. That's how the Constitution is phrased. And if that is a similar situation, the NGC will be within its right to review decisions of the NEC if it feels that they overstepped what the NEC should do.
So theoretically, at least, structures could bring issues before.
They will not bring issues. They can review decisions of the NEC and other structures if they are deviating from the decision of the National Conference.